Hello, and thank you for your interest in the Green Economy Firm's dashboard from the Voorhees Center. Here's a brief tour of the dashboard. We hope you'll find it useful for exploring the possibilities of the green economy in the Chicago region. So here's the dashboard. Each box is expandable for ease of use, and you can do that by clicking in the upper right-hand corner here. You can also adjust the relative sizes of the boxes by clicking and dragging on the bars that separate them. The map displays data for each of the counties within the census boundaries of the Chicago Metropolitan Area. The bottom of the sidebar contains a quick reference guide as well as a link to the full report. The map and the list with the gray background are automatic displays of the full data set. The list is filtered by your selections in the other boxes. The pie charts along the bottom are both updated by the filters and used to apply additional ones. Let's start with the industry clusters. Here we can see that real estate, construction, and development is the largest cluster represented in the data. Keep in mind that these are industries and clusters associated with the green economy. It is better viewed as a list of potential green economy firms, as not every single firm is necessarily employing green practices at this time. However, each of these industries and clusters plays a vital role in the green economy and has a high potential for greening both now and in the future. You may filter for any of these clusters by selecting them from the pie chart. For instance, first we'll focus on environmental services. And as you can see, this filtering has made it easier to view the cluster-specific data, with the share of firms by industry now displaying only the industries associated with the environmental services cluster. Looking over to the list table, we can see that many of these firms are of a medium or large size in terms of sales volume and number of employees. To remove the filter, you can simply click on it again. You could also use the reset button down here in the lower right corner. You can also select a municipality or a Chicago community area to filter within that. For instance, let's take a look at Highwood, Illinois. And you can see when you click on an area, it will show you its boundaries over on the map. You can select multiple municipalities or community areas for simultaneous review. And as you do so, the data displays and the map will automatically adjust to show your new defined range. Now here on this display, we can see that Highwood, like the region at large, has a fair number of firms in the local real estate, construction, and development cluster. But what kinds of firms are these? Filtering for this cluster shows us that most of these are contractors, with only 2 developers listed, as we can see as we expand the list table. Most of these are quite small firms, having between 0 and 1 employee and less than $250,000 in sales. So this indicates a pretty locally driven economy with a lot of small independent contractors. This also displays some common weaknesses with the data, as sales volume is not available for many of these smaller firms. Additionally, many LLCs are not true companies, quote unquote, but rather ownership structures. For instance, this listing, Highwood Towers Developer, is likely to be a project-specific LLC. It could possibly be connected to a larger company or perhaps to a small-scale developer who has projects under multiple LLCs. By clicking on a pin on the map, we are able to see additional data which is not featured in the main table. The dots on the map are color-coded, and you can toggle the legend on and off by clicking on the button in the upper right-hand corner of the map. This feature is more usable when the map is expanded. Thank you for watching and feel free to contact us at the Voorhees Center through our website if you have any additional questions.